started out with what you could say were less than perfect conditions. I started off on Friday at 2 p.m. and it immediately hit heavy rains and heavy traffic. I guess you could say it was raining cats and dogs. What was supposed to be a 3.5-hour drive took over 7 hours. I even got a little snow at the Nevada border. I stayed the night at the Gold Strike Casino and woke up Saturday morning to some excellent weather. I quickly loaded up the car and was on my way. In a mere 30 minutes I was already driving past Sin City. Immediately after that it was back to the open desert. A little while longer and I was heading down the steep Virgin River Gorge in the far northwest corner of Arizona. By mid-morning, I'd come to my first major destination, Snow Canyon State Park, located near St. George, Utah. First place I headed to was Jenny's Canyon. First thing I do is hit a junction in the trail. Let's see. I can go this way. Seems good enough for me. Or I can go this way. I don't normally scream like that. I think I just got caught by surprise. I guess I'll go this way. This is me inside the slot canyon, and this will give you a toad's eye view of being inside that slot canyon. I hope you're not claustrophobic, because it was a tight fit. A little farther up the road was an area called the Sand Dunes. I took a little walk out there on the wet sand. The sun was hit and miss, and I had a look around. Although it is named Snow Canyon, it rarely snows here. The state park got its name from early Mormon settlers Lorenzo and Erastus Snow. A little farther north of the Sand Dunes and there is the Pioneer Trail. It passes by pioneer names written in axle grease on the rock walls dating back to 1881. I was getting tired of all the hiking, so I decided it was time to set up my tent. Here's my campsite at Snow Canyon, space number 17. Here's the view I've got. While I was setting up my tent, I decided it was a good time to eat my dinner. I'm at Snow Canyon, just about ready to eat dinner. Lasagna with meat sauce. Should be good. After dinner, I went to my favorite place at Snow Canyon, a spot called Petrified Dunes. But it wasn't too long before I ran into trouble. Yeah, here's a split in the trail. I can either go this way, or I can go this way. Man, I've got to learn to quit screaming like that. I think I'll go this way. Here's some people walking on the Petrified Dunes area. There was no actual trail on the Petrified Dunes on this spot. You just walked wherever you wanted to on the red Navajo sandstone. Well, I'm a little tired, but I just gotta see what's over that ridge right now. What the heck? Maybe that wasn't such a good idea. Next up, the Lava Flow Trail. On this trail, you hike through a jumbled lava field. Along the route, there were several lava tubes you can climb into. I didn't bother going in. I mean, who knows what kind of creepy things you would find in there. Finally, it was on to the White Rocks Trail and Amphitheater, a large area of white Navajo sandstone, just begging to be climbed on. But instead, I chose to sit back and contemplate Mother Nature's work. Late in the day, the sun finally came out. I wanted to look around some more, but I knew that I needed a good night's rest for the long day ahead of me. I was up early the next morning, heading north on the I-15 and then east on the I-70, where I saw snow on the distant mountains. No wonder it was so cold last night. After turning south on Highway 24, I finally came to Goblin Valley State Park. The first thing I did was set up my campsite. Those buildings you see there are protection for the picnic table. Keeps them covered from the wind and the blistering sun in the summertime. Here's a little sampling of the sights that are to come. This is the first view you get of Goblin Valley. You might recognize the scenery from the 1999 movie Galaxy Quest, starring Tim Allen, Sigourney Weaver, and Alan Rickman. The scenery there at this little state park is out of this world. Legend has it that the area got its name because early settlers said the rock hoodoos resembled goblins. Yeah, right. Maybe if you were on a bad acid trip.
What's your name, son?
You can see my name if you look hard enough.
Come on now, what's your name?
Don't you know my name? My name's Blue Boy. I'm over there now. I'm not here anymore. My hair's green and I'm a tree.
Well, no trees here, only lots and lots of otherworldly scenery. There were no actual trails in Goblin Valley, so there really wasn't a need for a map. I said there was no need for a map. Walking aimlessly around Goblin Valley was a real treat. You never knew what kind of marvelous formations you'd come across around the next turn. Here you can see a group of people in the distance walking in Goblin Valley State Park. Having a good time here in Goblin Valley State Park. I think I'm going to go this way and see what I see. What the heck is that? That one is hurt. Oh, I think those other ones are going to help it out. Oh, sweet baby Jesus playing on the monkey bars. Well, it was starting to get late and the weather was starting to change on me, so I decided to take one more quick look around and call it a day. You know, I don't know if it was because I was tired or it was the fact that I was in a place called Goblin Valley, but I had the strangest dreams that night.